Okay, now we're going to look at how to source products using Alibaba.com. We talked about AliExpress, and I like AliExpress because it gives you some direct information from consumers as their buying experience, especially of the quality of the products that you buy. But we can't get away from the fact that Alibaba.com is the giant in the wholesale sourcing industry for especially sourcing products from China. It's just massive the amount of information that it has. So there's a good chance there's a lot of products that Alibaba will have that AliExpress will not. So let's look at Alibaba.com, search for our product, and see if we can look at exactly how to utilize it to find some great suppliers. So I like to start here where it talks about your search. You can just go ahead and put your search right here, but I like to go to advanced search so I can start filtering out the suppliers, because again, I want to make sure that I filter out as many suppliers as I can based on the quality that I know that they can provide and the reliability that they have. Now, this advanced search section here, a lot of people like to, filter it out based on supplier. For today, we're probably just going to focus on product for this simple tutorial. And then buying request is just the ability to give Alibaba sort of an idea of what you're looking for, and then they take that information and spread it over all their suppliers, and then their suppliers contact you. Today, we're just going to source by product. So let's just go ahead and put the product in. It's called silicone baking cups that we're going to look for. That's going to be our test product. You can refine it by category if you want to look at a specific category. Refine it by country if you want to go to a different country besides China. I just kind of leave it open, and of course the vast majority of countries you get or suppliers are from China. I always click gold suppliers. Why? Because I want Alibaba to filter out the bad eggs from the good eggs. Because again, there's such a humongous database of information that I want to make sure that they do a lot of the work filtering out the not so high quality suppliers for me. So let's go ahead and press search, and it gives me a list of 11,830 products from 491 suppliers. Now that's a lot. So what do I do? I want to start this filtering process. Now the great part is that Alibaba helps me by either the filtering on the left-hand side, but specifically by sorting by certain specific criteria. Of course, it's sorting by gold suppliers, so these are only gold suppliers. And here you can tell the year, how many years they've had a gold supplier. Here's a 3-year gold supplier, 1-year gold supplier, etc. Some people are longer, 4-year gold supplier, and so on. I do like checking on-site check. This just means that Alibaba actually went to their location and made sure that they were working out of their garage. They make sure that it's an actual business that they're working with. So I always check on-site check. I like checking assess supplier as well. That's an actual quality control survey or evaluation that Alibaba has done on certain companies. And if they've passed, they get that assess supplier sort of check. And as you can see, it dropped me down to 5,060 products from 82 suppliers, as you can see right here, which is good because now it's filtered it out even more. Escrow is if you want to use their escrow service, you can. E-credit line is if you apply for the e-credit line with Alibaba, and generally it's a net 90 or a net 60 e-credit line, and you get approved, you want to click on that so you can filter out all the companies and only work with the companies that actually take it, which are these companies right here. Of course, 15 suppliers take it if you're using an e-credit line. And I encourage you to apply for it because again, if you can get credit terms, it saves your cash, which makes it a lot easier for you to manage your business. But let's uncheck that for now. Okay, and it gives us back our 82 suppliers. You could put minimum order amounts, but I generally know that even though they put 3,000 pieces is their minimum amount, they're very flexible on this. So I don't usually filter it out because I don't want to filter out some great companies based on this information right here. And last, if you want to talk to people right away, like via chat, you can go ahead and click on this and it'll let you know which companies are actually online right now. So let's go ahead and scroll down and start looking at these different wholesale sources and see what we like. Let's go. I like this one right here. Why? Because it's great pricing, 9 cents to 12 cents for each one. That's great pricing. Again, it's not set in stone, but it gives you an idea of what they're looking for. 5,000 piece minimum order. Don't worry about that because a lot of times they're very flexible on that. I like the fact that they've had 4 years as a gold supplier. That's huge. That means that they've actually produced consistently produced high quality products according to Alibaba. Um, and then if you like it, then go ahead and press contact supplier, and you can go ahead and contact the supplier. So what you would do is you go ahead and I put Control V to kind of leave your sourcing questions here. It does ask you for quantity needed before you actually put it in. I just go by their minimum order because I don't want to be filtered out. And then later on I can do a negotiate. I want the supplier to provide their trade history. You can put into that. I generally don't because I don't want to filter them out. Not yet anyway. And last, if the supplier doesn't contact me on Message Center in 24 hours, I want Alibaba to recommend me for selected suppliers. I sometimes have used that and had a lot of people contact me, which is great because I found some good quality suppliers that way. But you expect a substantial amount of quotes from a lot of companies. And if you're not ready to actually see that, then don't worry about using that. So then go ahead and press send, and then it sends it out for you to the supplier. And you get this page. Great. And then, of course, it gives you other products you could be interested in. So going back to this page, one thing I like about this is that you start seeing other ideas for products. Like before, we mentioned how measuring cups were probably a good product we could probably source. So you might want to check that out right there. Maybe find some unique measuring cups that no one has seen yet and bring those to Amazon. Muffin pans are really good. That's a good idea right there. Again, you can't use them like these, meaning you can use these are usable for both cupcake liners, bento lunches, etc. But hey, a nice silicone cupcake pan, I'm sure for people who love that niche, is probably a great opportunity right there. Look at these right here. I love this. It's a different shape, square shapes. These are great because again, you can use them for cupcakes or you can use them for bento liners because they can fit more food. One of the things I've realized looking through the reviews from a competitor was that a lot of people were complaining that the silicone cups were too small, and having a square shape actually you can fit a little bit more food in there. See if we can get it larger, or you could just do a search for large baking cups, silicone baking cups, and that way you can find something that other people are not selling. I like these too because you can fit these really easily into a bento lunchbox, and you could probably organize it a little better. So these are really nice as well. So you keep looking for other products. Sometimes you find nice, kind of unique things. Like look at these little teacup baking cup liners. So you can actually bake the cupcake right inside of these. These are really nice. Nice little pastel colors. So you can check on those. Sometimes you get something like this where they actually come pre-packaged. And this is actually a nice package. So all you have to do is actually provide them the label. And they'll go ahead and stick the label on for you and then send it directly to you. And you can send it to your customer. And of course, it takes a substantial amount of work away from you. Or even better, if you're going to use something called fulfillment by Amazon, where Amazon stores and packages and ships your product, you can have this company send it directly to Amazon. After, of course, you sampled it and tested it, Amazon stores it for you. Customers order Amazon packages and send it directly to the customer. So you can do that as well. Granted, they're a little bit more expensive. Here's $1 to $3 a piece because I'm sure they come as a set. But again, they've taken a substantial amount of the work from you, so actually it might be worth it. So you might want to consider these as well. These down here have also been packaged for you. Again, 80 cents to $3 a piece, a little bit more expensive, but they do all the work for you. You just provide them with the label for it, and they'll go ahead and put that on there for you. So that's always really good as well. And 9 years here, verified. This is actually a really great company, so this might be a great solution for you right here. Here's some other ones too. I mean, these are pretty much all the same. Again, you can contact these. Again, my encouragement is to contact anywhere between 10 and 20 suppliers because one, not all of them get back to you. And two, if some give you better pricing, you can negotiate based on the pricing. You can tell them that somebody else gave you a better price. If they can match the price, you can go with them. So it gives you more negotiation power. Also, too, sometimes you want backup suppliers in case your main supplier, something happens and they're not available. You have backup suppliers you can use as well. Yeah, so you keep looking. Look at these different shapes they have. So it gives you different ideas you can utilize. Look at these. These come pre-packaged in a really nice package. They're actually silly baking cups, if you can see. So those are unique. They have little feet on them, almost like Mr. Potato Head, silly cups. So they're really nice. You can bake the cupcake inside of it, and then give it to the child right after it comes out of the the oven. So of course you see already that it's having a really great, um, it could appeal to a lot of people. Again, it's already branded, so you could even take their brand and just use their same sort of idea and just put your name on it because it hasn't been presented to the U.S. yet, or Amazon yet. Or even if you wanted, you could just take their product and sell it on Amazon just to see what if people will be interested in it as their brand. And you could just, I generally don't like to take other people's brand. I like to create my own. So I might even change it from Silly Feet to something else and put my own label on it, change the packaging, keep the size, but change the information, and all of a sudden it becomes my product. So let's go ahead and contact the supplier because I kind of like what they're doing with this idea because it's unique and different. And let's go ahead and Control V, put that information in there. They say a minimum order is 2,000. I'll put 2,000. Again, can negotiate later, and then press send. And there you go. Great. So let's go back. Then they start giving you some other ideas, like I said before. You could always check them out. Okay. And then let's go back here. See what else we got. These are really good because they look really nice and big. And again, it looks like higher grade silicone because it's thicker. These are nice too because we mentioned before that we can actually have little chocolate shapes that might be unique and that kids or other people might like. So that's also really good. The idea is that it's giving you a lot of new ideas as you're searching, but giving you a lot of options as to wholesale sources. These right here are high quality silicone. You can tell how thick they are and shiny. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, rose shaped, different shapes. And then you go from page to page. Again, just go for 10 to 20 and see what you get. And if you don't find any there, do another 10 to 20. Generally, the first 10 to 20, you find some great wholesale suppliers, especially if you use a lot of these filtering systems. Other filtering systems you can use these categories here, certifications, features, eco-friendly. That could be like your USP, that yours are biodegradable, type silicone cups, which I don't know how that would work, but add a specific little twist to it that makes people appeals to people. Shapes and sizes and things. So again, this is just for silicone baking cups, but you can do this for any type of specific item or product that you want to source. So go ahead and try it yourself. Again, you need to start an account with Alibaba. Just go ahead and sign up. It's free. And start checking out for different products, your own products, and search to see what you can find. Use the filtering system. And I'm sure you'll be able to already start finding great sources for the products you're going to be selling on Amazon.